police revealing that the man accused of killing that nursing student in Georgia is not a U.S. citizen.
We're now learning the suspect did not know Laken Riley before the alleged murder. Madeline Rivera has the very latest. Hey, Madeline.
Good morning, Will, Pete, and Rachel. University of Georgia police say this was a crime of opportunity. The suspect, Jose Ibarra, is facing several charges, including malice murder, aggravated battery, and kidnapping in connection with the death of 22-year-old Laken Riley, who was killed by blunt force trauma. Authorities say Ibarra had no known connection to Riley and did not attend school at UGA.
He lives here in Athens, but is not a U.S. citizen. At this time, the investigation suggests that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all. I think this was a crime of opportunity where he saw an individual and bad things happened.
Riley was a nursing student at Augusta University's Athens campus. She attended UGA until last spring. UGA's police department got a call from one of her friends Thursday saying she had gone for a run but had not come home. About 30 minutes later, police found her on the ground near the intramural fields with, quote, visible injuries and no pulse. Regardless, first responders tried to revive her but were unsuccessful. Riley's sister mourning her death with a post on Instagram saying, "The best sister and my built-in best friend from the very first second. This isn't fair and I will never understand it, but I know you are in heaven with the man you love most right now. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but it's all going to be for you from now on. I cannot wait to give you the biggest hug someday. I will miss and love you forever, Laken." During the investigation, police approached Ibarra's brother because he matched the description of the suspect. They found he has a fake green card. Authorities, however, could not confirm whether Jose Ibarra is undocumented too, only saying he is from Venezuela. Will, Pete, and Rachel.
All right, thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Madeline. What infuriates people about this particular case is obviously identifying with the parents and sending your daughter off to a school where you assume, rightfully, should be able to assume, some level of safety, but also it's not that we don't have crime in America. We do. Of course we have crime in America. So why do we feel the need to be open to importing other crime?
Of course.
Absolutely, and then not make it a crime in the first place, which is what Tom Homan came and talked to us about earlier. Words matter on this. Like, how did he cross the border? He crossed in 2022, probably crossed illegally, and then claimed asylum, which gave him a legal status, which is why other channels will say, well, he's here legally. Well, he came illegally. Does he really have fear for his life? Is it a real asylum claim? We won't know, because when was his court date? Is his court date 2 years from now? 3 years from now? In the meantime, he was in New York committed a crime, didn't get deported, went down to South Carolina, and now a girl is dead.
Down to Georgia.
Excuse me, down to Georgia, and now a girl is dead, which is why this is so passionate for so many people. Tom Homan was on the program right at the top with us and kind of laid out what this is about.
This guy entered the country illegally in September of 2022 under the Biden open border policy. He was released and paroled into the United States, like thousands of people are released every day by this administration. Another U.S. citizen family is going to bury their child because of this open border. I've met thousands of angel moms and dads. You never get used to it. I couldn't sleep last night. Imagine what her family's going through. They're going through hell because this government has failed them. We got to get to the voting booth in November and get these people the hell out of power and secure this border and protect lives. We got to save lives. You do that by securing the border.
And Rachel, one last point is you asked Tom, I think, an important question, and that is, people need to understand what is happening. First of all, on one level, we do know how many people are coming who are on a terrorist watch list or from countries that harbor terrorist ideologies.
Right.
That in and of itself should be enough.
Of course.
But history shows us what's happened in some of these countries like Venezuela. You point out, Castro emptied the prisons of Cuba and sent them as part of the Mario boat lift to Florida. And then, by the way, then there's a huge crime wave in Florida to follow. Why do we think it could be any different than Venezuela? I mean, it would be illogical to assume that's not happening. That's not to say it's happening. It's like, we don't know. We don't know. Is he emptying the prisons and sending these guys up north, and then we end up with this kind of crime?
Well, first of all, if you know anything about Venezuela, Cuba controls Venezuela on a large scale. And yes, of course, Cuba is suffering. Venezuela is suffering economically. The last thing they need is to keep these guys, these criminals, alive in their prisons. An easy thing to do is just let them go. Our border is wide open. Most Hispanics believe that's exactly what's happened, and that's a conversation that's being had in our communities right now. So absolutely. But look, these parents, again, I have a child, a young daughter in college. This is every parent's nightmare. And you look at the Department of Homeland Security, who heads that up, Alejandro Mayorkas. This is on him. I'm sorry. This is on him. He has blood on his hands right now, and so does Joe Biden. They don't care about our children. They care about these open borders, this open society. This is run by NGOs who don't give a damn about our kids, who don't give a damn about our country. This is about money making, and this is about an ideology that says your country is not really a country. We're all just one big global country, system, and it's about tearing down that idea of national sovereignty. Make no mistake, they're willing to sacrifice our children for that ideology.
Yeah, I want to know more in the coming days. I hope we do. How did he get from the southern border up to New York? Did he take a bus? Did he take a plane? Where did he stay when he was there? Was he provided money in the process? Was it an NGO? I mean, these are the types of things I hope we dig deeper on as this.
We know for a fact that these NGOs are helping them get across, and we're funding it. We give money to the UN. The UN helps them. We give money to the Red Cross. And then, of course, we give money once they get here to all kinds of NGOs.
But I want to know the specifics on this.
Yeah,
See if we can find that out. Who is it? Because that matters too, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.